crimp jump. Now there's crimp jump and there's bullet jump. They're two different things. And you see in the diagram I have three bullets. One's labeled 1, one's labeled 2, one's labeled 3. Crimp jump is the tendency of the bullet, and this normally is usually like in 357 Magnum revolvers and stuff like this. It normally does not occur in automatics. What it is let's say you got a 5-shot revolver and you put 5 357 mag loads in there and you fire it. The actual energy, it acts as a harmonic puller, a bullet puller. So when the recoil, the bullet actually goes forward past the crimp. And as you can see in the diagram, in bullet 1, there's a tight crimp. And then you see 2, the bullets come out a little, and then 3, it's come out more. So the crimp of the casing is crimp jump. Now, normally this is a lot of times in bullets that aren't really crimped good enough. Most of the time happens in reloading. Crimp jump normally is in revolvers and more in the lightweight revolvers because there's more felt recoil. Because if you've ever done reloading, there's a device called a harmonic puller, bullet puller, where you put the bullet in, you bang it down on something like steel. What happens, the inertial force brings the bullet forward. This is the same thing that's happening here when you shoot the revolver. You're getting recoil, so the revolver is going up in the air, okay, and it's going back down, and you're getting that kinetic energies pulling that bullet. It's almost like a kinetic bullet puller, if you've ever seen one. If not, you can always Google it, or I could do a review on a kinetic bullet puller. But a lot of reloaders use that, so like if they do it wrong or something, they put it in there and they bang it, and then the gravity pulls the bullet out, and they get their primer out and their powder and everything so they don't lose it. Normally, there's warning on ammunition, specifically like on a lot of times on 9mm, that you shouldn't use this in revolvers. Normally, some like on the, let's say like a 340 PD, the cylinder is titanium, and the lighter bullets can cause erosion on the cylinder. Also, crimp jumping is more common in the heavier bullets. Yeah, this is very common, and you can always test this. Your ammunition is by just loading up your revolver with 5 bullets, shoot one, take all the bullets out, and look, and see if it looks like 3 on this diagram or 2. Shoot it again, check it again, because what's going to be, it's that inertia. You get that crimp jump, and it's normally in a ball of wax. That's what it is. If you use good ammunition, you use it in the automatic, you probably won't get crimp jump. It's a very precise. It's like I say. I always tell people it's not rocket science. Any revolver can be subject to this if the crimp on the round also is not heavy enough for it. A lot of times it's too lightly crimped, but most of the times this is, like I said, with reloaded ammunition. And once again, I'll say if you have a 5-shot revolver, or if you have a 6, you put 6 rounds in. If you have a 5, put a 5. What you can do is take a set of dial calipers, measure out each length of the load. After firing each one, pull them out and measure it again. Documents the length and fire the next round. So all the rounds have been fired, and compare your data and verify it for yourself. So just get a dial caliper. You can get them probably for $30. Measure each bullet. Put it in there. Fire one. Take the 4 out measure. Fire again. Take the 3 out measure. Keep firing, and you can measure and to see. Normally that's not going to occur with a good ammunition, but sometimes it does. But that's crimp jumping in a ball of wax. There's no needed big conversations all about it. You can Google it. There's tons of information on there. Normally on airweight type snub nose revolvers can't have a problem because the recoil causes the bullets to pull away from the case and can tie up the gun. Now, if you get really bad crimp jump, what will happen is the bullet will go beyond the crimp and will actually go forward into the barrel, and you won't be able to open the gun because it will, just lock it. So you'll have to push down with like a wooden dowel through your barrel and push it out. And like I say, there's another thing called bullet jump, but that's different. That's the distance the bullet jumps from the cartridge into the barrel for before it seats. So that's something a little bit different. And they have calipers and things you can measure. But right now we're talking about crimp jump, and that is crimp jump in a nutshell. And most of your ammunition will tell you on there not to be used in revolvers, especially some of the 9mm ammunition, because it can be prone to crimp jump because the crimp sometimes is not real good on those. And it's not going to matter on an automatic, because once it goes in, it's going to be fired. On a revolver, it's sitting in that chamber and you're firing the gun, so you get that harmonic kinetic energy pull. But I wanted to go through that, and that is crimp jump, what it's about,